Good evening. Welcome. It's wonderful to be on Gino Spot.
Relax, sit down. Coming out of PE town. Don't drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver. Get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot.
Get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Have a Gino shot.
Gino Shot.
Get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot.
Get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Center Stage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, great to have you here. My name's Lentil. I just came back from the beach. And I don't know if you guys are into surfing, but whoa, I don't know. Like, I've been thinking when I was out in the waves, I was thinking about stuff, you know how stuff goes through your head. Stuff goes through your head. Like, sometimes lice, How's John? I saw you in the car park. Okay, so I was thinking about stuff, alright? And there's like a lot of stuff to think about when you're in the waves. So I skimmed like a snake. Okay? A snake. Is a snake, has it got a tail? Or is it a tail? You never skimmed about that. Or like, hey Sarah Chapman, how's it? Whoa, and John Skipper, Sarah Chapman is all the way in England. Is there a wave there today, Sarah? Okay, hello Miranda Ferreira. Nice to see you here as well. Miranda, like, did you ever think about stuff as well? Like, I thought about eyelashes. Okay? Eyelashes, what they made of eyelashes. Alright? And you think like eyelashes are there because they're supposed to keep stuff out of your eyes. But then whenever you find something in your eye, it's always a freaking eyelash. Huh? Like, you never skim of that. And, I was skimming. I was just out at Miller's. It's my board. This is my board. It's Dennis Ellis Boardroom board. Yeah. Even tunes his name here. Check. Tunes Dennis Ellis, huh? Hey. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, I was out on the waves and then I was skimming to myself, like I was almost like daydreaming that I was a ship's captain, because I was going up. How's it, Morley's parfait? Oh, I could do with a parfait right now, bro. I could totally do with a parfait. Because I'm so freaking hot here. I skim you guys in England, eh? The water's frozen, so you got like ice cream like everywhere. Okay, so I was tuning you. Okay, I was just very tuning you. Okay, like, so I skim, I'm a ship's captain. But at the same time, I'm a moth. Okay? And then I check a lighthouse. I'm a moth. And then I'm a ship's captain. So I want to but I can't. How's it, Sarah Chapman Bishop? Good to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to quickly say thank you to Fitch and Leeds. You'll check today. I've got the Fitch and Leeds in a freaking check. It's inside of pineapples. Oh, wait, let me put this down. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm coming back now. Okay. Okay, I'm back. All right. Now let me just show you something. Fitch and Leeds. I got this pineapple, and I put a Fitch and Leeds inside, and it's one of the island. It's an island one, and it's so lekker. Marley's parfait. I was going to tune you that everywhere there's a parfait there in England. Yeah, and everything's frozen. So over here, we're smelting, bro. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gino Spot. Today I'm here because Dennis Ellis is in the house. That's right. PE, born and bred shaper of magnificent proportions, and not only with his boards. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to Fitch and Leeds, our sponsor, and thank you to Spa, and also thank you to Amubia. That's our internet. The waves are cooking, Wendy. They were cooking. I'm going to sing a song for you now. Yeah. Well, East Coast Wendy Tompkins said the waves are cooking, yeah. Dozen girls with the way they talk, they knocked me out, Sarah Chapman there. She said, nope, it's freezing icy, and Johanna Pelcher's there. She says, hello Gino, and Mark of Fun Fearing is here. Is it the cricketer? I don't know. Yeah, I wish they all could be on the edible Sarah. Could be California, Miranda, Ferreira. Yes, I think every day. Kim Matheson is here, she locks my head, won't last too long. Ha! Brian Wilkinson says, Gino is there. James Michael Flood is here, and he tunes you, how's it there, no? And Carol Jacob is off her pip once more again from East London. I wish they all could be Vivian Trebek, all could be Mark Bodley. Hey, Gina greets from Muscat. Hey, I love it, yeah! East Cape girls. Woo! Bow, 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 bow. East Cape girls, yeah, I see Flash is here tonight, and Lindy Bartolo is here, like the Italian thing going on. Girls, girls, Carol Jacobs, girls, Guy Loyson, who's it? All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gino's Spot. Tonight we have a very interesting show, and I love these little bits of these little pineapple things. We're going in theme tonight, indeed. We've got all our surf stuff out, and our surfing boards and everything. It's going to be so much fun. Indeed. We have Dennis Ellis in the studio a little bit later on. How's it, Bruce Campbell? There we go, another surfer down there as well. Sing it, brother. Sing it, brother. That's right. So we're going to have a good time tonight. We have, of course, on Saturday, our usual trip, which is our magical mixologist, who is Justin, is going to show us how to make a nice drink. I think we can do it. Let's see what Justin's got up his sleeve tonight.
When the sun goes down and you need a little tickle, Fitch and Leeds have got a flavor for the people.
Hi guys, welcome to Magical Mixologist. I just want to take a moment of your time to show you some of the new Fitch and Leeds things over the next few videos. We'll be doing our new Fitch and Leeds non-alcoholic mocktail range called the Fitch and Leeds Moment. Super easy, super simple, And even the garnishing really isn't that much effort, guys. So as you can see here, I got a nice full glass of ice. I'm going to take my Shirley Temple, which is obviously raspberry and cream infused. Pour that right over onto the ice. Super easy. I'm worried that I could potentially be unemployed, but that is fine. And then we'll just garnish with a cherry. And if you really want to be Lani, pretentious, you can put it through the toothpick. Super easy, super simple.
Excellent. I think that it's very bespoke, but I think I'm going to bespoke it a little bit more, Justin, if that's all right. What would you say about that?
I think that's fine, but I think that's going to be bespiking it, not bespoking it.
Oh, well, that's a very good idea. Bloody marvelous, I tell you. Oh, jolly good.
Oh,
Got it.
can't forget about the magic wand cap.
Little bit around. Bloody marvelous! Shirley, dirty Shirley!
Fitch and Leeds have got a mixer that'll fix you on the table. Fitch and Leeds, the bespoke mixer for the discerning individual.
Background there. Dennis Ellis, welcome to the studio, young man.
Thanks, Gino. Thanks
Cheers.
for having me.
It's a pleasure, an absolute pleasure. I've been wanting to talk about surfing for a while because it's one of my things that I really enjoy doing and relaxing, and I know that you've I mean it's been pretty much your life.
Oh, pretty much, yeah. A little bit of work in between.
Little bits and pieces. And these waves in the background, Gary's put some stuff together there. I don't know where there's.
Oh, I think that was me yesterday.
Yes.
That was me yesterday.
Oh, that was definitely.
Yeah, Miller's.
Oh, sure. If that was Miller's, I think we might be. I think Mutualoff might have been washed away by now. Oh my soul! But Dennis, I mean, I've known you since we've known each other. I think since we were like
that's
5 or 6 years old.
You're not allowed to say Sabah anymore.
Yeah, Sabah.
Grade 1. Yeah, Sabah.
Grade 1.
Sabah,
Grade
yeah,
1.
yeah.
And I think it was Clarendon Park, and I remember meeting Dennis, and we used to play with plasticine. Our teacher was Miss Connellan. Do you remember her?
I do.
She was very gorgeous. I don't know.
Goodness, I drove past that classroom, that prefab classroom that used to get to about 49 degrees in summer. No aircon.
Absolutely, yeah.
She used to throw the funnel at our heads.
Oh yeah, that was Mrs. Bradley. I remember that. Yeah.
Love you, Miss Bradley.
Yes, she's still around. She watches every now and again as well, and she's still got a throwing arm on her. Yeah,
oh,
she
yes,
can throw.
yeah.
But no, I remember Miss Connellan was our teacher, and I remember we did plasticine. We had plasticine building, and I'll never forget you building a huge aeroplane. You probably won't never remember it, but you made this massive like B-52 bomber. And with the props, and it was beautiful. It was
going to bomb Clarendon with it.
Could have started thinking of bomb Clarendon Park. And I just thought, I remember that beautiful aircraft with all the little props and the detail on it and everything.
Yeah.
And the rest of us, we made little plucked together crappy little planes, and we attacked you, and we beat it to a pulp. We destroyed it completely. I've always thought to myself, I should have taken a better look at that plane because it was really nice before we destroyed it.
You might have been in the Air Force today instead of...
yes, yeah. I might have. And so you were born in PE, Dennis?
No. I was actually born inland, slightly inland. A lovely little town called Krugersdorp, actually.
Krugersdorp, yes.
Or Krugersdorp.
No, dit het my glad nie geweet nie, hoor jy?
Yeah,
so Krugersdorp af.
So then we migrated down to be. About the age of 4, something like that. It's a little bit blurry. But,
did your dad obviously get a job down here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I moved the whole family down, a better lifestyle, fresh air.
Was that Ford Ice Road that you moved into?
That was a little bit blurry. As I said, I think we lived in Newton Park first.
Okay.
So we moved around a little bit, and yeah, then Four Dance Road, Warmer, and Warmer's where it was all happening, eh?
Absolutely, you know, I remember. So I think I actually have got a little photograph here of us at school. Oh, we're still going to rotate it, yeah. We'll rotate. We've got a little photograph from Clarendon Park or two as well. And I remember Mr. van der Vlies was principal there at the time, and he was super strict. I mean,
Yes.
Yeah, he was. He was. I think everybody was terrified of Mr. van der Vlies.
Yeah. Scored for life.
Yeah. And I mean, from a young age, your dad was an entrepreneur as well, was he not? I mean, did he work in Krugersdorp? He was probably doing something else. Did he?
Well, we can't really talk about that, but
right.
when he came down, he started doing real work.
Yeah.
At that stage, you won't believe this, but he was a traveling toy salesman, door to door. I don't know.
Really?
They worked it in those days.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. And then he got into the building industry.
Yeah.
Then into the surf shop eventually.
Yes, the surf shop, because I remember it was a beach break.
That's right. Yeah.
And the one in Russell Road.
Yeah.
Beach break in Russell Road. I mean, I don't know how many of you remember that beach break, but I just remember that big sign writing on the wall.
Yeah.
Who did that? Zeppy. Probably.
Might well have been, huh? Yeah. He used in his youth, yeah. Those would have been his prime days. So
Absolutely.
Well be,
yeah. I think also maybe just after, because that was probably 1981, 82, 83.
But early 80s, yeah.
Because that surf scene was kind of happening then, you know. It was a.
Those were the heydays of the surf scene. It was a big industry then.
It did become
massive.
And I think it was probably the first time that it really took hold. Like those clothing brands. We were talking about the music. I mean, the music's always been there.
Yeah. Everything exploded. It was surf culture, the 80s, Lumo, Dayglow.
Yes.
I think that was actually probably the peak of the whole surf industry. It's kind of tanked since then. It's never been the same, really. So there was big bucks.
I think always had an Instagram. There we go. There's something. There's you and I. I think I'm trying to find myself here.
That you were the time?
No. I don't know. Oh, there I am.
There's Johnny McGillivray with the ball, eh? That's Johnny, eh?
That's Johnny McGillivray over here. And that's Dennis over there. And then I'm over here.
Oh, and Sanson boys, eh?
Yeah, you know, I can't remember a position I played, but I think I was probably somewhere in the midfield where they could just push me in the corner.
I was right in the back where I couldn't touch the ball. Just keep him away from the ball.
If
you touch it, get rid of it immediately.
You're hiding yourself. There's me.
Oh, there you
and
go.
there's you. There's you. That's next to you. Yeah. You'll be behind yourself.
Little buggers. Peter van Bedar.
Peter van Bedar, R.I.P. Yes. Yeah. And I think I saw Fabella Neves there as well. That's Mike Henry's sister-in-law.
Oh, right.
There as well. But those days I enjoyed those school days. Did you enjoy school?
Yeah.
I mean, well, Clarendon. Let's say Clarendon was early days, but enjoyable then too.
I can't remember learning anything, so it was great. I can remember all the naughty stuff, getting beaten by the head by Mr. van der Vlies regularly. Yeah. Good days. Not much learning.
And you know, I think because you left in grade 3 or grade 4, when did you leave Clarendon?
Standard 1 nowadays, but I can't do the maths, but
because you went to Woodridge, was it?
Where did I go? I went to St. George's.
St. George's for the rest of primary school.
Primary school,
Okay, but that says a lot because you actually we're still in touch with a lot of guys from those days, from those Clarendon days. I see Sarah Chapman online.
Johnny, I see Johnny regularly. Yeah.
Mark Wiseman, the guys. I think Clarendon was a lovely school to start out.
Yeah.
For sure.
It was a great bunch of people.
Yeah. There's another one, Warren Telford.
Okay. I said Warren.
Nixon Mahoney. Oh my word! Yeah, how you doing, man?
Good memories, huh?
Oh man, look at this.
We had lots of fun, huh?
Johnny Bucker.
Oh man. And chaos.
Yes, we equal chaos indeed.
Yeah, equal ports. Okay.
That Wendy Tompkins. Who was your dad?
Turtle wasn't my dad.
No. Well, you never know. You know, in those days.
We'll do the DNA test. We'll get back to you, Tina. Can't do no maths, can't do no English either, Guy.
Indeed. Now, your dad was Pat.
That's right, yeah.
So he did. I remember him doing beach break, and that was a real entrepreneurial thing. It was he took a chance. He took and he took it on something that he loved. Obviously, he enjoy surfing as well.
He used to spend a lot of time on the bodyboard and those long surf skis. He used to plough through the lineup at Pipe and take out about 10 guys
Really?
as the thing washed through the lineup. And then I'd sit there and look at all these big guys getting their heads dented by a ski. And and then it was just the whole sort of the mountain bike thing as well. That really became my dad's passion as well.
Of course.
I was the start of the proper mountain bike thing, and he got into that early. Or it wasn't so early for him. He was about 50.
50,
and he became like a Masters downhill champ and all that type of thing. So he got fully into that.
I mean the horror bikes. Because I had 2 horror bikes, and they both were covered in beach break stickers.
Would have been there, no? But also good crew working there. It was Gavin Foss, Chappie H.A. in the day.
Chappie went on, of course, to I said, please, somebody tag Chappie in this, because I see him at St. Francis quite often.
Okay.
He went on
to
start Oakley, South Africa, which was amazing at that time. You know? And I remember we Eminent Child, our band, was sponsored. Chappie sponsored us. We were great.
You got free dimmers, eh?
We got free dimmers, and we got a Billabong sponsor. Was great from Sharon, and so we had the kit and we had the stuff, but we had no money.
Look good. All the gear, no idea.
Yes, oh my soul. And so from junior school, we had mutual friends as well, and Wayne Walker being one of them, is still there in the 13th Avenue Warmer, and a friend of ours who died young. Warren was saying Warren was in the group there as well. See old man Regenweg when he cycled. When he cycled.
He's still going, Warren. 85, still cycling. He'll ride me under the table, huh?
He was. Oh my word! It's Dave Levington saying, "How's it, Dave?"
Dave, how's it from England?
No. Is he in England? No, he can't be. No. Is he Liverpool at the moment?
Yeah.
Dave Levington. Yeah. Making some of the sickest slides in the world. Looking forward to being in the water again. Indeed. Sure was that you in that last little thing that just went over the falls there? Yes.
In England, Brighton Beach, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. Tell us about the board the board talk early days. Board talk.
Johnny wants to know about the board talk. We got Merv in the background. He knows a lot about the board talk.
We'll save it for when Merv comes in here.
And we're taking calls for advertising as well. Merv's got something.
We've got some moon. The moon is hanging
Sarah
out the doorway.
Long time, Sarah. Jeez, what, like 5 years?
Yeah.
A little bit longer.
All right, so Gary van Veeren, great memories indeed. So, I mean, your dad, do you think your dad's, I mean, those genes are always in you? Say your parents influence you in the way they do things.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to take a chance to do what you did. I mean, I remember starting with Wayne Walker, myself.
Yeah.
Wayne was in his back garden doing shaping, and you were already on your way doing a bit of shaping yourself.
I think we're all at the same stage. They're just all messing around in that. Wayne was like an inspiration though as well, because we all these PE boys. We didn't know much about surfing really. Yes. Wayne came from Durban. He'd surfed like New Pier with Sean Thompson and all the big names in that. He had a Beach Boys album.
He did.
He was an inspiration.
We moved into Warmer, and somebody can tag Estelle Walker or Marcel, his sisters as well.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Wayne we were in the early days. We were friends with Wayne, and he was a mutual friend, and so we met up again pretty much about that time. I remember.
Yeah.
And I remember going to your place and listening to music
Beach
you-
Boys was the one that
The
that
Beach
album
Boys.
of Wayne's. I'll never forget that.
It had like 1 million tracks on it. It had like Beach Boys had so many hits, and they
And it
put
was about surfing as well. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it. They
Yeah.
made music about surfing.
Yeah, isn't it great? And there was just, I remember I think it might have been your sister listening to Kate Bush.
Okay.
And I actually remember Kate Bush from those days.
You listen
The
more
Hounds of
intently
Love.
than me.
I think it was your sister. But there were guys that we were all surfing at that time. We used to, our moms used to take us down. In those days, there was no worries. I mean, we were 14, 15. They would take us down to the beach at 6 o'clock in the morning and just leave us there the whole day.
You leave your bag on the beach and go
Yeah.
surf and come there and come back and still be on the beach.
Exactly.
Unbelievable.
And you'd go to it was something good there. The roadhouse to go and have a little bit of a hamburger or something.
Slap chips or something
slap
like
chips,
that.
or buy a whole pile of slap chips and chow it for lunch.
You know, half loaf.
Yeah.
Look what it did to me.
Yeah, you know. And but you carried on with the thing, the Pup Shack days in Windermere Road. Where
Greg Hill. Oh, yeah. There was a little commune we had in Humewood, so we were working in the garage.
oh, wow.
Eventually I got the next garage, so we broke through the wall. So I had two garages in
Nice.
Humewood. One was the shaping bay, the other one was the glassing bay.
Wow.
And then the owners found out that was the McWilliamses, and we got kicked out shortly. But good times. Good times.
Well, kudos to Bruce for holding out for that long. Bruce McWilliams.
Yeah, he put up with it a lot.
And so you just broke through. You just decided that was it.
Well, it's deep partitioning.
Making a business work. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You've got to do what you got to do.
Economic expansion.
So was that the Pup Shack?
That was the Pup Shack, and next door was Peas and Carrots. All student communes from way back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Good memories.
And I mean, so from Clarendon you went to St George's. From St George's you went to Theodore Herzl.
Yeah.
And you met up with, I remember Julie Anger being there. Bon Hall was
right.
into sailing.
Yeah.
But I always seem to know roundabouts where you were in that time, and you were always kind of doing your shaping, a bit of the shaping, a bit of stuff, and so you kind of knew what you were going to do.
Actually, not really. I was just kind of winging it, really. Just trying to make boards for myself and the odd mate, and then trying to surf as much as possible. The thought didn't cross my mind at all. I had no future economic plan whatsoever. I think my plan was to end up on a desert island eating crabs and berries and surfing every day. So the board making thing didn't cross my mind.
Okay.
Till years later, it kind of went, bing, you're making boards. Why not carry on making them? And make some money.
I know, absolutely. I mean, it's a natural progression. I don't know why you didn't see it earlier.
There's my lovely sister.
Your sister. Jenny, was it you that had the Hounds of Love album? I can't remember if it was you or Rowan Sendel's sister. I can't remember. It was one of the sisters. I get mixed up.
Okay. Yeah, probably.
Jenny, that was in Fordyce Road, and I know that house because it's got that glass roof over the top.
That's right. It was bought by an Indian fellow. The dentist.
Okay.
So he put a squash court in there. I mean, that original house used to be. It was the stable.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember Dion Riggs further
Yes.
down. His house was the original farmhouse. I mean, that area
wow.
was the farm.
stables.
But our house was the stables.
My soul.
A lot of history.
So there's a history in that, but I didn't even realise that.
It was an original farm.
I'm going to have a look at. I'm going to do a history section in this show because I love that sort of thing.
Oh yes.
So the farmhouse was that the one with the gables?
Yeah. It's the original farmhouse. Was Dion Riggs' house. So I think it was
Corner
3
of
houses down, basically.
Corner of 10th Avenue and Villiers Road.
Well, they probably almost directly across from the church now. We were just across from the scout hall.
Okay.
We used to go to the bush and chop down trees and light fires and all sorts of stuff. It's good place to grow up. You can still run around and chop trees down and light fires without getting arrested.
At that time.
Great time.
Dude, Dean DeFray says, Dino, you beauty, such a legend. General top
champion,
draw
my
guy.
boy.
He says, got some classic memories with you, my cuz. Thanks for being such an person and incredible shape. Salute, thanks, Dean.
Salute, Dean.
Yeah, it looks like I'm going down this way. Yeah, that looks like Nazare.
That's not Nurdix. Dave's saying losing the foil fin at Nurdix.
Dave.
Yeah, 15 grand foil fin that I hadn't quite paid off, and I knocked it out on the rocks, and it sunk like a stone because it was aluminium.
Yeah.
It was dusk, just getting dark. So I swam around underwater for about 2 hours until I actually found the thing.
Oh, no ways.
I said there's 15 grand bouncing around in my head all the time, so I'm sure I found it.
Jeez, so you found it, Dave.
I actually found it.
Well, thanks for bringing that up. John Skierpers is on.
Awesome guys, tell you, John, safe travels.
Yes, is he going somewhere?
No time soon, but
safe travels.
Banter.
A bit of banter. Okay. John, Car Park John, of course, named after the beer.
Yes.
And I think we've got a little.
Which came first, the beer or John?
I don't know. We've got a little message from John. I'm going to bring it up. So you can have a listen.
Awesome.
I've been Denno for many years, and he's probably one of the better shapers in the country. All his experience that he's had, and we've all of us, myself included, we've always had a lot of surfboards from Denno. But he's always been, he's a really humorous guy. He's got a good sense of humour. And also, I've got to tell you the story about when he was in India a couple of years back, when he was at this one elderly party in India there, and he was walking around drinking bottles of flippin' vodka. And he was wandering around, or he wasn't wandering, he was wobbling around. In amongst all the people, he was sort of falling down. And then, of course, Mervyn came up behind him and pulled his pants down. And then he was like half running around with his pants half down, half falling off his underpants and that sort of stuff. It was so funny, it must have been hilarious. So that was one of the incidences that are sort of very amusing as far as Dennis is concerned. He's got as you know, you probably know, he's got that dog Dusty. It was a rescue dog that he took in a couple of years back. And that's his shadow. Dusty, if Dennis goes left, Dusty goes left. Dennis goes right, Dusty goes right. He's a classic dog, and he's Dennis's big mate. He's probably his biggest mate, he's got his dog Dusty. And Dennis is also a very accomplished surfer. He's very good, he's an excellent surfer, and what a cool guy.
There we go. Last one from Car Park John.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
Oh, no, he's a legend. This is the thing that the surfing, there is a surfing community, a fraternity, you know.
Yeah.
The guys are, you meet each other in the water all the time. I've been out there, and it doesn't matter, you can surf once in a while. I haven't been out for ages in PE, you know. Yeah. But delivered a few pizzas to you guys in Newwood.
More than a couple, eh? Again.
No, we'll get to the Bali stories now.
Oh, that's coming, Dave. Hold your breath.
But definitely this community at Car Park John, obviously the beer, everybody knows the beer now because the guys took his name for the beers. Yeah. And I'm sure John gets a whole bunch of free beer for that.
Oh yeah. That's a big perk. Yeah, but like you said, it's a fraternity. It's like a family almost as well.
It is a family, you know. When Mervyn comes on, we can talk about the pipe crew and stuff as well.
Eddie, Jersey, freezing. Oh,
Jersey.
Like a brew.
Where's he from?
Channel Islands. Well, he's a PE boy. That's Fast Eddie Edwards.
Right. Yeah. Oh, my word.
And Rob Jackson as well. Saw your message, Rob. Nice one. Love you, brother.
Oh, lovely. I see. Sandy Smart. Hello, Sandy.
Sandy Smart. Hello.
No, I don't know. Oh, you know, these Darren Edwards, remember that big set that nearly drowned you, me, and Stompy?
That's Mark from Nantes, you know Stompy, yeah?
Oh, yeah, Nantes.
So we paddled out at beach here, and it looked dead flat, dead calm, paddle out, sitting there, beautiful day, chatting to each other, not really watching the sea, and the next thing is 10, 12 foot set just came out of absolutely nowhere and just obliterated us all, washed us all back to the beach. Stompy lost his board, and it's lucky it wasn't me, I would have drowned.
Really?
Yeah, no, it was just from dead flat, and we're sitting there chatting, having fun, and the next thing the set just annihilated us. Yeah,
That's on the wild side, so that's going to be that's just for the guys that don't surf as well. On the wild side, I reckon the wave is
something
probably
like
bigger.
that over there.
Something like that.
Yeah, that type of thing. Yeah.
The wild side, when you go out Scoonies Way and you go out Noordhoek and that side, it's a bigger set that comes in.
Yeah, they're a lot.
Because it's basically straight out onto the ocean, whereas in the bay it's a more protected wave. So your little sections in the bay. I don't know if you maybe you should just take us through those the sections, the little spots, the surf spots.
Well,
Fence.
There's quite a lot, and people might let my tires down as well. Some of the names shouldn't be out there.
Oh, right.
But no, basically in the bay you've got Rincon, Black Bottom, Pipe, Avalanche, Clubhouse in between. Okay. Then it goes Avalanche.
Avalanche is around the rock, so you go around that rock. So Pollock Beach has got those ones.
Pollock, you've got a couple right there, starting Rincon, Black Bottom, Pipe. Clubhouse,
Avalanche. And Avalanche goes around the corner.
Around the corner,
And then it gets to Miller's.
Then it gets to Miller's and
Baked Bean. I don't know, Baked Bean. I don't know where that is.
We've got the pier in between Baked Beans, then Baked Beans. Baked Beans is still a thing. It's still good. Humewood. Humewood, Denville's.
The pillars, those 6 pillars is Humewood. So
Denville's, then on to Fence, Kings Beach Fence.
Kings Beach and Fence.
Yeah, Denville's, They've got a lot of spots in a small little space of area, which is more than most places really. So we're actually quite lucky. We just need swell to come in.
And then it's great, especially in the bay. It's a beautiful swell when it's
great setup,
and it's a safe swell. You know,
it's a great setup. Yeah.
For guys that are learning to surf, Denville's seems to be full of learners there. And Miller's it's fine. I mean,
it's great. You're not going to die. You know? When some of the bigger guys ride over you might.
Yes. I hope there's rum in that pineapple.
Alan Marquez, of course, there is.
It's not rum. It's
grappa.
Grappa. It's grappa. We're onto the grappa again. Mike van Fleur, remember watching John S. one morning at Avalanche with Gavin Seaman, John Davies, big Avalanche, 1971, riding Mirror Surratt boards made in Military Road.
Wow.
I said properly.
I wonder if that would have been in Military Road. That might have been Mush Hyde, maybe. I don't know.
Mush Hyde.
Yeah, I don't know. So 71, we were.
Yeah, we were 1. We were 1 years old, and we're 50 now. For God's sakes. Wow. So that is a long time ago. Kerry Wright is here. Damn, so busy watching you just burnt the potatoes. Sorry, Garth.
Sorry, God. Takeaways, always fun Mr. Deliveries.
Yes, fun Mr. Delivery. I think Kerry's actually got a little message she sent for you as well.
Oh yeah, okay, awesome.
Let's have a listen.
Awesome.
Dennis. Obviously the first thing that comes to mind is he's an amazing shaper. I've been fortunate to ride Dennis's surfboards for many years, and I think I must have at least 7 or 8 of his boards spread out between here and Maldives and Indo, and they all go like bombs. We all know Dennis is a top-class surfboard shaper, but more importantly than that, he's a top-class human being. There aren't many real true gentlemen left in this world, and Dennis is one of them. I always maintain that how someone behaves in the surf is a reflection of what sort of person they are on land. And despite being a better surfer than most people in the lineup, Dennis will always patiently wait his turn and often gives his waves to other surfers. I remember having a session with him a couple of years back. Pretty good day, everyone in the kitchen sink was out at Miller's and I was over it. So I paddled up to Chomp to escape the crowds. Dennis was up there on his own mission, trying on his new foil board. It was a typical shifty, tricky Chomp where only 1 out of 10 was a nugget. I'd hacked on a few waves and wasn't having the best session, and next thing this absolute beauty of a set came through, and you could see it was going to run for miles. And it was Dennis's turn, and he just looked at me and said, "That's a nice looking one, you go." And I was like, "Are you sure?" And so off I went, and I had an awesome wave, and at the same time I learned a really good lesson from Dennis: pay it forward. It's often just as rewarding to give a wave away as it is to surf it yourself. And I think if we all followed Dennis's philosophy, the lineup would just be a much nicer place. Dennis, thanks for all your amazing magic carpet rides over the years, and I look forward to ordering many more.
Oh, magic.
Awesome.
She's such a
great words, Kerry. Thank you very much. Cheers to my eyes. Yeah, give a wave, get a wave, and make everyone smile. That's what it's all about.
It's true, you know. Philippa's trying to score some gin on. So you got to be more. You got to do it. You got to do it quietly, Philippa.
I've got an into it.
Well, it's all legal now. It's fine. But, you know, so I mean, look, Kerry's a wonderful example of that community spirit.
Yeah.
She's always out.
Yeah.
She's always there, and she's always so helpful.
Building the
and
website.
she does her blog, the Miller's Local blog, which she's been doing for ages, and I think she's going to start again. I think we've given her a bit of a.
Well, she has been in India for the last year, I think, under lockdown. So
Yeah, I mean, she's been surfing her brains out, I suppose.
Yeah.
That is so unfair.
Lovely.
So unfair indeed.
Jealous, very jealous.
Oh my word! And I mean, but she's a lovely, just a lovely lady, and just always helping people. If you need advice, she's always like more than willing to help.
Great couple, Garth as well.
Of course, Garth Wright, our Springbok scrum off.
That's right.
As well. And I know that, I mean, she's talking about Indo, and David was talking about Bali. You guys have been out there a bit, and I think maybe this is a good time to bring Merv in. I don't know if...
bring him in there, because I think
we can talk a bit about shaping as well. Come, Merv. I'm gonna move over a little bit. If you can move a little bit to that side. A little bit, just a bit.
How's that?
And then I'll sit over here. How's that? Okay. So I'll be between you, Alex. I'll be like a ref. Oh yes, yeah. Take these. There we go.
Black ones.
Yes, that one's. Take that one's off you. I say, Murphy, you might need to move a little bit closer to me so we can all get into the picture. But you know, just as far as shaping goes, okay. I mean, the basic. What is how does it work? You get a blank piece of, like, I don't know, polystyrene.
Look, that's one part of it. You know, the materials there's various materials, polystyrene, polyurethane, all that type of thing.
Okay,
so half of it is making the board. The other half is interpreting the person's need as well.
Okay.
You know, someone who's a beginner is going to want something different from someone who's been surfing for 20 years, and someone my size is going to want something different from someone your size. And there's a lot of variables that go into it. I mean, it's easy enough to walk into a surf shop, grab a board off the rack, but are you getting the right board? So you're kind of interpreting the person's needs.
It's true. I never really thought about it in that.
It's a big part of it, actually.
Yeah. Because I mean, when I started again, I hadn't surfed for a long time, and you need a bit of girth on your board to get you out of the water. At least it's floatant enough, so you're got to be wide enough. You go for a mini mal or like maybe what do you call it, a gun, you know, that kind of thing.
There's a lot of different types of shapes for different situations. What sort of waves is the guy going to be riding?
Indeed. Merv has come onto screen. Lovely to have you, and I know you've known Dennis for a long time. Cheers to you. You've still got your dop there, lekker. Your pineapple.
I get the pineapple.
Yeah, I see.
We've been drinking this beer for quite some time now.
I'm getting low yet.
Yeah, no, we'll have to fill up again.
Lockdown.
I'll say.
But Dennis doesn't really like beer. He prefers vodka.
Yes, I believe so. Well, I think the time has come. I'm going to move this just a little bit closer here. Okay, is that right? I'm going to move these mics up just a little bit closer so we can hear nicely. And now this was a trip. You guys have done some trips. Indonesia, Bali. Are these good surf spots?
Great surf spots. That's the surfing mecca, really. When we were kids, everyone said, Hawaii is the mecca, but that's where you go to dive for people like us.
Oh, right, okay. Hawaii is big surf, obviously.
Yeah, we decided to go and explore the islands and go and surf these spots in Bali, and it's absolutely fantastic. As a surfer, you've got to do it once in your life. You honestly have to. You put up with the crowds, put up with the Aussies, the partying, the beers, everything that goes with it. But you generally don't party too much because it's very hot. Tired. You're surfing, you're tired, you sleep and surf.
Yeah.
That's at 8 o'clock.
So and also the hardtack's expensive. So a couple of beers and you're sleeping.
Okay.
Except for the occasion, there's some special moments when you get into the hardtack and then. All
right. See, well, I heard about the one, and we had a video, but But Gary couldn't get the
X-rated.
he couldn't get the, it was X-rated, and he couldn't get the pixels over the right spot. But I never laughed so much in my life. And John Skippers alluded to it, I think, where there's lots of vodka going around. And I always ask the guys the most embarrassing moment, normally, and my guests, and we'll normally do it towards the end, but I think it's the right spot now because
you can pick it. Yeah.
Tell us the build-up, Murph. What was the build-up?
Yeah, it was quite funny. I thought the evening was going to be quite an anticlimax. It was New Year's Eve. We were going to a big party at a beach club, on Echo Beach, in Bali, and they had a full lineup of proper artists, guys like Khalid and real good DJs. We had wangled our way into the VIP area with some old friends of mine from East London.
Awesome.
And we had front row seats.
Yeah.
We were like kids in a candy store. We were sitting there looking at this. They had to move the little VIP little tag because we were going to sit there. It was like
fantastic.
It can't be for us. This is great.
Yes.
But the lead up to it is while you're standing there, you can actually see the break in front of you.
Whoa, okay.
Dennis,
on the beach.
You're literally on the beach. So
Gee,
Dennis's plan was, listen guys, we're not going to drink tonight because if we don't drink, tomorrow morning when we get up early, we're going to have this all to ourselves.
Old Year's Eve.
So we thought, okay, Old Year's Eve, one sacrifice, why not? Anyhow, the first bottle of vodka arrived and you ordered them per bottle.
Oh.
Luckily, the celebrity that was with us was ordering.
Oh, right.
And I think it was 2,500 Rand for a bottle of vodka. And,
sip slowly.
And you got 6 Red Bulls with it. Anyhow, they had some of their kids with them, but they were grown-up kids in their 20s. These guys proceeded to pour the stuff all over the show, drop it, spill it, and then the dad would order another bottle.
Right.
So we took it pretty easy for the first little while, and it must have got to about 11 o'clock or something. And I just looked up across, it wasn't a dance floor, it was a sand dance floor.
All right.
And all the girls and that all in their bikinis dancing, and they had these...
shapely girls.
And they were all over dancing.
Oh, you got it. Oh, my.
It's sideways. Well, that's how
you go. We didn't show. That was just a glimpse of there because the pants were coming down, Dennis.
Yeah, the pants were
Close your eyes, kids.
But all I remember is looking up and I was thinking, I'm still riding on the handbrake here because we don't want to drink too much because that's surf session in the morning. And I just saw Dennis with a 2,500 bottle of vodka down his throat on the dance floor. He took the whole bottle. We don't know where he got it.
That wasn't going to end well.
But it didn't end well.
So that ended up there.
We carried him out of there, well, kind of.
Yeah. Well, that was the video there of him coming out. But the look on your face, Dennis, it was just like... It was like just smiling. Happiness.
I think it was also non-compass mentis.
Non-compass mentis happiness. And your pants are falling down, but you didn't seem to care.
Quite fun. The weight I lost from the surfing and the heat.
Yes, of course.
The pants are too big, so they kept slipping down. I couldn't get to them because I was being carried.
I
knew they were slipping down. I just couldn't get there. I wasn't too bothered.
Oh my soul! But that's a good. You got to have some of those days where they good times.
While we were there, we went on a couple of occasions, and we'd have a driver we're still in touch with him regularly. What's his name, Dennis?
Lukeman. Lucky Luke. Lucky Luke Lukeman.
So we found this guy. He's from the mainland. He's from further up north on the mainland.
From Java or something.
In Java somewhere. He says he's quite close to G-land, he mentions, but he doesn't surf, this guy. But he can take us to all the spots, so we tell him where to go, and off we go.
Okay.
And it was fantastic because he still phones us and video calls us. And we've taught him Afrikaans. He's really Afrikaans is quite good.
But keywords.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
He's actually got quite good at it. When he phones us, he's got names for both of us.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
I'm sure you can't. Yes, terms of endearment that you can't mention on the show just yet. Yes.
So you get this, what would we call him? Javanesian guy. are phoning us saying, hey! And they all think that guy doesn't look Afrikaans.
No, not. Just a Jomasa something or other. Yeah. Oh, classic, man. And I mean, I've got you guys are the pipe crew. Tell me about the pipe crew story. Is that I know that John Skippers did that video earlier, and let me tell you, I'll tell you some background in that, because I would love to see the bloopers, because Chris Tulliard, I think, was doing the taping of that. And Chris and John and Merv, I know you guys have spent some time together. Is that the pipe crew?
Yeah, we don't really talk about it because it's not the best surf spot in Queens. It's kind of an embarrassing spot that you have to surf occasionally, and quite a lot, because that's the spot that catches most of the swell. But nobody really wants to say it's the local. Cutler, Chris says it's quite proud of it.
Oh, is he quite proud of it?
The rest of us, Skippers hates it. He always says he's got a special word for it. Yeah. Actually, this Polynesian guy knows the word for it. Car Park doesn't like the pipe. He's a Miller's boy.
Oh, he's a Miller's boy.
Back in the day, he was the Avalanche
King, yeah.
Oh, really?
Avalanche King, and Skippers knows his way around all those gnarly spots.
Yeah.
But nowadays, he's just in the lineup. It's good to still have him in the lineup with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think surfing, you can basically surf till you die. I mean, you just get your boards just get slightly bigger, I think, as you go along.
That's an amazing thing about it. One of the few sports. So I can make golf. What else really?
No, except Skipper's board. Skipper's board gets smaller.
Yeah, John.
John's going to ride anything Kelly rides.
He's going to ride that one. But I mean, these guys always be, a lot of them be EP surfers, but I mean, even Springbok surfers, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, Kevin Rudolph, ex-PE boy.
Yeah.
Who else?
Brian Jacobs.
Springbok captain.
Wow.
Matt McGillivray,
Matt McGillivray
on the tour, number 7 in the world.
Yeah, Piers Bedard.
Piers Bedard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shane's dad.
Shane's dad. Loves a baseball bat.
You got him baseball bat.
There used to be an enforcer back in the day.
Oh, I see.
Tough guys in the 70s. So
right.
if there's any trouble, the baseball bat would generally
sort things out. In the 70s.
The relations.
I thought it was the 50s with the what's it, the ducktails and the they used to call it ducktails and the bus conductors, apparently. That was the vibe.
That's right,
But so the older guys remember that, but the 70s, that's the surfers, I suppose, and the bike gangs.
And the bike gangs, and the baseball bat is a means of communication.
Yes, communication between the two, I suppose. Oh my word! Look, I know a guy that both of you know, because he owns surf shops as well, is Dave Lipschitz, and he's also got him to give a little message here as well, just for Silmas.
You didn't end up in jail then?
No.
You asked me to say a few words about Dennis Ellis, my old mate. And I sat thinking about it, and I can't think of anything nice to say about it. I think there's some really horrible stuff, but I don't think you want to put that out to the public. So I'd just like to say, Dennis, great shaper, good guy. I can remember a few times going away with him to SA Champs in East London, and my memory is that Dennis wasn't very good early in the morning after a few nights out. But nice to have a chat about Dennis. My memory just is not great. How's it, Dennis? Go well, go hard. Cheers.
Lippy.
Thanks, Uncle Dave. Love you too. Glad you're not in jail.
And I said to him, you can tell him tell Dennis that you're upset that he keeps on dropping in on you all the time. Because Dave has had a barge, he had a big board. He'd ride over a lot of people.
Well, it's possible. You probably get about 10 people under that. People tend to stay out of the way, really.
Yes, when Dave's in the water, you just let him go. Let him do his thing.
It looks like Moses parting the sea. You just
surface out. When you've been surfing for that long, every single day.
We love you, Dave, legend.
You deserve that, Dave. And a true part of the PE surf scene, for sure.
Yeah.
The pit at Denville with Donald P., September 1978.
Donald Barman. Must be, yeah.
Gee whiz, I mean, they've been, the movies, I think, gave the surfers this whole thing about this Big Wednesday, anybody's seen Big Wednesday, the movie? It's like that's the Stephen Mayer. How's it, Stephen from VP? The Big Wednesday movie gave this idea of this nostalgic thought of a specific swell that came in at a time.
The mother of all storms.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, that's the one. And we were there. 1971, the Pitter Denvils.
It was all downhill after that.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, back in the day, Denvils used to be a 30 barrel,
Really?
real hardcore wave.
Gee whiz, okay.
Those guys in the single fins and the beaver tail wetsuits flapping in the front there, hats off, respect to them for sure.
No leashes.
No leashes either.
So those boards used to have to, if you wiped out, you used to hang onto that board for dear life. Otherwise you're swimming to the beach.
Yeah.
Holy moly. I mean, and I don't know, when did you start surfing, Dennis, and yourself, Merv? I mean,
I think we probably started about the same sort of time, it must have been
13 maybe.
It's a little bit blurry, but
when Wayne came down from Durban, he got me into surfing.
Yeah. Are you, Merv?
I think I was 12, going on 13.
Yeah.
I grew up in East London, so I grew up with those rats. I didn't know all the guys.
Different crew up there as well.
Very different crew.
Tell us about the Teddy afterwards, man.
Yeah, there was. We were initiated there badly. I mean, really, really badly. Nowadays, you couldn't get away with it. They would bury a 13-year-old there up to his head and then urinate on him, just for fun. Leave him there for hours on end.
Child abuse.
It was called bonding.
Yeah, it was bonding. I remember we were. I was about 17, 18. We went to SA Champs, and it was my first year in the border team. We couldn't believe what they did to us. They had this hall. We were in a hall with all the other surfers and their wives and girlfriends and whatever, and all the newbies that are stripped naked. We got a.
This is the 70s.
In the 80s, we got a tray full of ice. They filled it with ice.
Yeah.
They put a couple of beers on in glasses further down the hall.
Yeah.
All of them, including the wives and all that, sat and watched while we stark naked, pick up an olive out of this ice bowl with our backsides dropped in the beer and then downed it. If we couldn't pick it up, we carried on cramping until you froze your nuts off, literally. And they laughed their heads off.
So you wouldn't get away with that now, for sure.
That was just something we did, But the older guys protected us as well. They took us under their wing.
Once you picked that olive.
They told us, once you picked the olive up. What you couldn't do in the surf. There was a lot of discipline.
Yeah. There was a hierarchy then.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a couple of flat hands, a good couple of flat hands in the surf. Just when you think you're getting big stuff and you can surf all right, and you're better than the next guy, you forget he's bigger than you, and he's getting one in the ear. All of a sudden you're back down to the shore break.
There was a pecking order in the older days.
But you spent time in East London as well, eh?
Spent a couple of years in East London, a couple of great years in East London. Best surfing years of my life.
Shaping there as well, nice.
Shaping as well, a little factory shop kind of thing. Great.
So, Bruce Campbell is saying, Deno's boards changed my whole view of riding waves. And we've got a little video here. We've got a little video.
You're the man.
He's a brilliant surfer. Let's have a look.
Champion individual.
These are my quivers from Dennis. I met Dennis quite a few years ago.
Twin
and
fins.
I've been super impressed with the kind of out the box kind of thinking that he does around his boards, and he has a very different and unique approach to the way he shapes, and his ideas are not, I don't think everyone kind of maybe can get on the same page. He's like on a whole new level kind of thing. And so when I first started chatting to Dennis about making a fun fishy style twin fin for PE, he had a whole different idea in mind, and we eventually came up with the original Apex design, being kind of like a fishy type of twin, but at the same time you can kind of surf it really, really well as well. When he told me that you can surf it like a shortboard, I didn't quite believe him, the amazing features here are the little hip in the board that draws in the tail a little bit, and then I think the best, most incredible thing that I will never go without on one of my boards ever again is this Ventura channel. It starts all the way from up here, allowing water into the board, and then it shunts it straight through the middle of the board and out onto the apexes, onto the tail here, which allows you to really pivot the board so fast. This board I like to ride with. Dennis made these fins. It's kind of like a half carbon, half glass, a little bit of a shark design there, a little bit of a see-through, and yeah, this is a 5.6, quite a lot of volume, quite a lot more volume than I was ever used to, but I couldn't believe my very first wave on this. It felt like I was surfing a normal thruster. It had no slide whatsoever, so much drive. It was unbelievable, and then this led me to thinking that I wanted something a little bit more slidey, a little bit more playful. So then we moved on to the Uncle, the Apex Uncle, which is obviously, as you can see, a lot more wider, slightly more wider tail. And here you can run either Dennis's fins or some more straight up fins. A little bit more loose, still got lots of drive with the Ventura concave going down, just channeling so much water through. And this board, I honestly thought this was going to be like a 1 to 2 foot board. This thing goes all the way up to like 3 to 4 foot. The Apex I can surf on probably surf on like 4 to 6 foot waves. Yeah, you know, when you look at Dennis, you don't think he has a stress in his life, but man, he's always thinking. And then we got on to, I told him that these twin fins would change my whole view of surfing PE. I mean, when you look at PE waves, most of the time I wasn't even going out, but now when I get to the beach, I'm like, you know, those waves now look fun on my twin fin. So it's completely changed my view, and I'm surfing more than ever, surfing bad PE waves, but having so much fun on my twin fins. And then I said, could these twin fin designs work in really big waves, like really solid? I mean, the whole speed aspect is very intriguing, and I've never gone so fast on a board. I know I wear a Garmin watch when I surf, and I've cocked up to 40, 50 k's an hour on some of the waves, some of the point breaks. But you also come and have a look at my boards, eh? And then that led us to our last design, which was the Apex Predator, and you could see very different that it doesn't have the hips, so the tail is fairly wide. Dennis's rocket science brain got me thinking about surfing bigger waves with the twin fin, and we came up with this final design. It is basically a little bit bigger than the other boards, a little bit narrower, brought in the nose a little bit, so it's not so wide. Although you can see here that there's no hips in the board, so the tail is slightly wider, but there's a very straight rail going all the way through here, which just allows for a lot of hold, a lot of bite. I surf this board with kind of more straight up fins. The kind of keel, in between keel fins are a little bit too big. It makes it really stiff. And this board has been a revelation. Like, I surfed really probably maxing out Bruce's, and I did not have one single slide out. I was taking off super deep, making almost every wave. It was, as I say, sometimes the speed is almost uncontrollable because you just have so much going on. Yeah, so these are my babies that Dennis has ingeniously put together. Excuse the wax jobs. I believe in the Oki style, one board, one wax job. And yeah, Dennis, keep on inspiring and keep on revolutionizing your boards, man.
Fantastic. Oh, that's good. That was a good explanation, Bruce. Thank you.
Technical. Brucey should know. He's probably the best surfer in PE.
Absolutely.
Inspirational human being. Yeah.
If you could change one thing about the PE surf scene, what would it be?
Maybe to have it in East London. No, I don't know. That's a tough one.
Sure.
Merv, what would you change?
I'd let Lippy surf a shortboard. 6'1".
But I mean,
40 liters.
the surf scene, are there different things to us? Donald Padney, how's it, Donald?
Donald.
Oh, lovely, watching you boys in t-shirts. Boobs showing.
Beeps.
showing.
I've got a
My
beep,
beeps
I'm
showing.
gonna
Waves and break makes me miss PE a lot. Oh man, and I'm sure Donald used to surf a bit as well.
Yeah,
but he was
good
up
surfer.
in Warmer. I remember him
Sure.
from young days.
Yeah.
Sue Yates saying hello from London.
Hello.
Who's Sue Yates?
Lovely young girl, from ex-PE girl in London.
And Wayne Bloschlinger.
Why not? Just
Bloschlinger. Piers will tell you that day, 2 or 3 September. Okay, that's that big day in September,
Yeah,
71.
Denville, yeah.
Denville was the greatest surfing barrel day there's ever had. Buffalo Rally, pouring rain, pumping storm surf. Wow.
I believe it. At Denville's, I
believe it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a gnarly way. I've seen guys break boards there. You wouldn't say so when you look at those kids learning to surf there,
Yes.
but put a big easterly swell, and then obviously easterly with the rain and stuff, the Buffalo Rally. Yeah, it's a gnarly wave, huh?
But now his Buffalo Rally, I think he's talking about 81.
81.
Then. And 81 was a big flood in PE
That's
as well.
right, eh? Yeah, so big storms,
Yeah.
easterly.
I remember that Buffalo Rally because there
Yeah.
was a guy without any clothes on the back of the bike. I remember that. It was 70s,
yeah, no, I'll never forget
Might
that.
have been 70s.
Scarred for life. Yeah, I remember that.
But that's and Denville's like you say, so it breaks a bit further out. There's a big rip there. I've been in a rip there before.
Yeah,
It's been
no,
hectic.
it's a serious wave when it gets over 4 foot, 6 foot.
Okay.
Oh, it's something else.
And those barrels. I mean, where do you find the barrels? Which spots are famous for the barrels? Bruce's. You're talking about Bruce's there, and St Francis Bay.
Bruce's,
J-Bay.
J-Bay. Bruce is probably a better barrel. Karamas, Bali.
Bali.
Karamas.
Bali.
Definitely, it's a quick, intense wave.
Already.
But there's a little spot down the road that we found. It's actually probably our favourite surf spot there, you know?
Yeah.
It's a little spot. I think it's north of Karamas, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I don't know my direction
north,
now, but it's north of Karamas. It's called Choo Khan, and it's not very well known. There are guys that surf it, obviously.
Yeah.
But when we got there, we had it perfect one morning, and
Wow.
we got some beautiful photos of it. And it's certainly one of the standout surfing days of my life.
Yes, right up there.
It's got to be right up there with, you know, and we didn't know it when we first got there because it's the type of spot that on the low tide it doesn't even break. It's just dry reef.
Yeah,
As
gee
soon
whiz,
as
like-
the right tide pulls in, it just starts
Your
breaking.
wave disappears out of
And it
nowhere.
just appears out of nowhere. So
Yeah.
you're like, where did this come from? So
That's the thing about surfers. It's the always looking for a new spot, a new place, a new wave, something at this time at 12 o'clock at night. It's scary.
There's always a story how you got to it
Yeah.
as well, and that story as well. We were surfing at Karamas. Remember, moving the photographer said to us,
Yeah.
"You guys are a bit old for this spot. You're old and overweight, maybe." And there's a spot down the road. That's less crowded and maybe easier to surf. It wasn't easy to surf, less crowded.
Yeah.
But thanks to the
it
photographer.
certainly wasn't easier. But
Okay.
It was a fun day. Actually, the first day we got there, we didn't surf it. We saw it and it had just gone a little bit cross shore, and there were quite a few guys in the water, and we thought it looked pretty crappy.
Yeah.
So we gave it a miss, and we came back there the next day or a day or two later, when early morning when we got there just right. Kind of reminds you of the old Transkei, where it's very outback, banana trees, very
Volcanoes in the background.
Okay.
It's very
Gee,
scenic, beautiful.
Island style.
And then you arrive there, and there are a couple of locals playing on a pool table in the open on the beach.
Okay.
And a little bit of rubbish and that lying around. So it's not idyllic.
It's pristine,
either.
but it's real.
But it's real.
It's not club made.
Like Transkei, you know.
Yeah.
But the guys are really, really cool. And then, and also you're paddling out to a spot that you don't know. I mean, the first time we went out at Karamas, I remember falling off or on the inside, and then getting off the board and kicking, and I managed to, and I just clipped the reef, and I didn't realise how sharp it was.
Razor sharp.
It's like a razor.
Yeah, but the surf books say it's a beach break.
Oh, my word.
The
Oh,
guards
really?
in it. So
The
you
guards.
think, oh, it's safe. It's a beach break.
No,
You kick
sand
and
underneath.
it's razor sharp.
Oh.
Well, you enter on that black volcanic sand, so you're
Yes.
walking on this black sand
Okay.
to get out. And it's an easy paddle out.
Yeah.
But there's obviously a little reef that just runs around there
Yo.
and makes the wave break.
Okay,
so you
yes.
think you've got a sand bottom and you haven't.
Yeah.
You find out quickly though.
Yeah, I'm
we
sure.
saw a couple of guys with some reef rash.
Sean
Jeez.
Kelly is a true Bobby is a better surfer than Dennis. Well, he lives at Seals. He surfs every bloody day and he doesn't
Bobby,
work. So,
your brother?
Yeah. And I've got 20 kgs on him. So, okay, Sean. Yeah.
He's younger than you, though.
That is right.
You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't have that. I mean, we're 50 now. We start, you know, it's wait until Bobby gets to 50. Yeah, then we'll check. Then we'll check.
Yeah.
I just remember little Bobby being around when we were younger.
Oh, he's living the life now, surfing every day, living in Seals. Yeah.
Really?
Loves
Okay.
it, loves it.
And Seals is a beautiful spot as well. You know, you
Right.
find that the best spots are the ones with the easy takeoff and it just builds and builds and builds walls up, and it's you know, Seals is one of those spots, I think.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
We've been out there a bit. I've been to Supers and we surfed Supers a bit with
Supers.
Dennis. I'd love to have seen him surf it as a youngster. I've only I only met him later in life.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, they're later in life here now, when he was back from East London.
I was almost a geriatric when I met him. But so when he kicked off the Zimmer frame and we paddled out there once or twice. But you could, you know, back in the day, Dennis was certainly a very capable surfer.
For sure, for sure.
I like to see him on his backhand. I tell you what, he did some turns in Indo that I saw that were frightening.
Yeah, they were splashing, the water's still coming down.
Oh, nice.
He was throwing buckets there.
Nice.
There were guys on the beach, the little guys were asking for the signature.
That's good.
No,
he must be an old famous surfer.
No, what the photographer did was he looked at my stomach when I got out the water, he looked at me and he was like,
Yeah, Sean Kelly, Bobby Ellis was shredding the foil today. He said definitely surfs more than Dennis.
Yeah, no, definitely surfs more than me, Stormer.
Touche. Touche. Oh my word! And I know that I mean, from the shaping side, I mean, Bruce was explaining there. Were there any shapers that really helped you out in the early days?
Yeah. I suppose you learn from everyone that you work with. I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of different guys all over the world. But the one that stands out the most is probably working for Andrew Carter in East London. He gave me my first job in the board industry, fixing dings.
Ding fixing always.
Dings and just surfing every day. And at that stage, Andrew was like he was the guru, you know.
Yeah.
Good looking, the chicks loved him. Surfed like an absolute champion in any conditions.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah.
Was
he
he
was
the
like
guy
a role model.
that got
for sure.
attacked by a shark?
Yeah.
Okay, so
That same guy.
there was a shark attack. Gee whiz, man! Nahoon is known for it. We've got some slides here. I don't know if there might even be a slide of that. We've got some slides to look through quickly. We're gonna have a quick squiz. I don't know if I can. I'm gonna sit out here. Let's just move around here so you can see what's going on. And maybe you can talk us through some of this, Dino.
Okay. Well, that's obviously the plane. We're off to Bali. Obviously stoked. Moves not so stoked. Must be the aeroplane food. Chicken or beef?
Chicken or beef? Magic.
That's Karamas. So I got the little surf hat on for the sun because it's brutal.
Was that
Tropical.
offshore?
You know, the wind kind of swings, but midday it'll maybe go soft cross shore or whatever, and then it cleans up later.
Yeah, it's not so clean there.
No, but also midday, the tropical sun is so radical. You can't surf in it.
Okay.
You'll die.
Rizzler, clock's ticking. Says.
Yeah, that's the old dog, eh? That's Rizzler. She was champion, remember the
Chuck Norris surfs to Dennis Ellis.
Yeah.
Yes, of course he does.
That's true, Stormer. Yeah, and he paid full price as well.
Yes, yeah. You made him. You wanted a discount. You said, hey.
No, John.
Some of the East London boys, we were coming up, we were walking down into the cave at Uluwatu. And two East London mates that we knew were walking up the stairs. We didn't even know they were there.
Just other side of the world, and you bump into two guys from East London, and this random Chinese guy, he just jumped in there, Japanese guy. Great guy, he didn't know what we were talking about, but Yeah, he looks good in the photo.
Yeah, he does. He looks great. He's got his thumbs up.
Yeah.
There we go. That's
classic.
And that's Keramis, yeah.
Keramis, okay.
On the reef.
So that's on the reef there. So if you
Yeah.
fall off there and you hit the bottom there, that's not going to be pretty.
It's going to hurt.
Yeah,
it's going to leave a mark.
You don't want to fall in that spot.
Inside, you want to fall in that inside.
But it is just so perfect. I mean, look at that. That's the kind of wave you draw in your school books.
It is.
When you should be doing maths.
Yes.
A very short ride. The water's, you enter it from that black sand, so you walk straight out.
Yeah.
You kind of walk a circle because there's a bit of a reef down this section, yeah.
All right.
But it's very easy to get out, and there are a couple of photogs on the beach. Get all the photos of you and put them on your phone when you get back.
Oh,
and
nice.
charge you $100 or $200.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
Get to know them, and they have a few bintangs on the beach.
Surfing paradise.
Bintangs.
Yeah, just such a great setup. There's a little like hut you can sit under in the shade. You can order coffees and lunch and just look at that all day.
Lovely safari.
Yeah, in a 10-day stretch, I remember there were waves every single day for 10 days, like that kind of thing. But eventually your body's just
just can't keep
you're
up.
finished. But you wake up in the morning and it looks like that.
You got to go out again.
There's a spot just up from it that's probably 200, 300 meters up the beach. They call it car parks.
Okay. Funny that.
It's known as car parks. I don't think car parks ever been there. But it's also, we also thought it was kind of soft, but it's also a reef break, and it's actually heavier than Keramis.
Gee whiz, okay.
And, when you get there, you don't kind of know. You see these guys, and it's because there's sand in front of you. So you think, but it's quite a heavy. I never surfed it. I think Dennis surfed it once or twice.
Not often, maybe 2-3 times. It was heavy.
I saw it on one or two of the bigger days, and it was heavy.
Yeah,
basically
take
off, barrel, kick out.
Oh, okay.
Or take off, barrel, don't kick out.
Yeah.
A plus game otherwise. Don't even go out.
So, okay.
And I just turned 35, so I wasn't going to risk it.
All right, I'm sure.
Well, me being the youngster, 25.
Yes, of course, so it's fine for you. Yeah, of course.
25 times 2. That was with the with the Slummies crew, Christmas Day, far away from home. A little lunch at a dodgy-looking restaurant.
Yes, that looks like you're going to get.
It's not. Was that Christmas Day?
That was Christmas Day. Yeah.
Yeah, and then this she was an Aussie school teacher.
All right.
And then she was giving Dennis a couple of lessons.
Oh, right.
They were staying over there, and I think they went for a few lessons.
Oh, yes, nice lessons. Okay, we'll move on from that photo.
She came out here and watched the cricket with us. Actually.
Oh, nice.
She came and watched the cricket with us.
Cricket fan.
Cricket fan, surfing fan, good fun, good Christmas. Good Christmas. You see the stomachs are full.
Lovely.
Fins.
That's Finn's Beach Club. That's the club we went in to watch the disco.
So that's right on the beach, basically. The beach is on the right-hand side there.
Yeah.
How many people there?
A couple of thousand.
10,000? I don't know.
Probably 10, 15,000 people fit into that club. They got bars they must have 7, 8 swimming pools, and every swimming pool's got a bar. It's all cashless. You just get a wristband with a tab. You take your whatever you load it with money, and you swim up to the bar and just scan it.
Swim and go and dop.
Yeah.
Lekker.
Yeah,
and surf all day and body all night.
Sleep all morning.
All right, let's have a look. Oh, there we go, Murph. There you go. Who's that?
So Mike arrived there with a sidecar. So we decided we'd make a good photo. You can't see the whole thing.
No, I can see it.
I'm driving and Dennis is in the sidecar.
Nice. Nice, there we go. Is it? Oh, that's a good one.
That's at work. Yeah, that's a serious. That's game face. Serious stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean, and you work hard in there, Dennis. I mean, I've been in there.
Yeah,
it's lots of sweat and thing, and you're shaping, you're going. I mean, it must be when it's busy. It must be hectic.
Yeah. So sweat, blood, and tears. But it's a passion. I love it. When I get to work every morning, I'm looking forward to it. It's actually a pleasure.
And I mean, I know Merv, you've been helping out with the new look Boardroom as well. The Boardroom is obviously Dennis's spot that he does his work from down the bottom of Valley Road. What a beautiful place.
Dennis has been there a long time. Yeah. When I first met him, by default I started surfing after many years of not surfing, and I went in there to buy a board. What a horrible place. these Hessian bags, and it was like this rat nest you had to find your way through. And so we decided, anyhow, we decided to let it move on, to a new era.
Yes.
And yeah, we just did, a bunch of us did a big cleanup. Guys like Andre Fente and Ballbag.
Ballbag to Ron.
You got to love Surfer's name, Ballbag to Ron.
Yeah, you
got to have John.
You got to have a nickname,
You got to have a nickname.
And tell a story, so Ballbag.
Dennis.
So Ballbag was an electrician, and well, he knows enough about wires. So
electrician.
We decided to do a little revamp there. But of course it was nice, we worked very hard.
Good thing I didn't send that photo through.
Oh no, that photo's in the car, the kids for
Alright, okay, we're not going to...
So we did a little revamp there, open it up. We've got a bit of a social club going. We were watching World Cup rugby when it was on there. We got a bar going, and it was
good fun.
Looking good.
Dennis was. I saw him dive into the salads a few evenings there.
We had some good
not dive into it. They're not talking about eating the salad. They're actually talking about physically diving into the salad. Just in case you didn't.
Yeah, there was a story that I still can't believe it, but I know it must have happened, where one of the guys got one of the old boards or windsurfers. And then jumped on it and got it to slide down the roof, and then fell a whole story down onto the grass below.
Yeah, that'd be Hank Liebenberg, Rob Church. He messaged you. You'll remember that session. We're having a brass from the roof. We got one of those surf skis and put it down. Hank strapped himself into the sandboard and jumped onto the ski. And the plan was to rail slide it down, but it hooked as he jumped. So it's roof height. And he just fell straight from the roof, straight to the ground, landed on his chest, lots of boom, like a sack of potatoes. It was flipping hilarious.
Oh God, I'm sure not for him. You just need to wear it. Look at that, you know.
Oh, that's a turn. I think that's a turn you did in front of me. I saw it.
Yes.
That's Karamas. The waves are so good. That's how you surf.
Can you zoom in on his face there? I've got a close up of that face. I send it to him often.
Also, the names of the baked beans. You're right.
Barbara Gunn Manor also got an interesting name.
Yes, Gun. She's got a gun is also a name of a surfboard as well.
That's Chujikon. Yeah, that's that little spot we were telling you about just down the road that we kind of got sent to by the photographer.
Okay.
Because we were old and decrepit.
Yes, it looks like an easy takeoff.
Doesn't it just? Yeah, it wasn't so easy.
Yeah, no. So, sandboard maker, you see, I still have my street sandboard. After a bad fall at Sards, Denno rushed me to hospital. Man, my arm mashed up. Incredible sandboard sessions.
So that was back in the sandboarding days. So we wanted to try rail sliding. So Gino and I built this little PVC rail slide.
Yeah.
He went first.
In the sand?
Yeah, so it sticks out of the sand. We didn't know how to do it. We had no idea. So he had to jump onto the thing, land and rail slide. He went first, hooked, dislocated shoulder, off to hospital, and then I was like, okay, not a good idea to ride that thing. I think it's still in the sand, buried in the sand. It's somewhere.
Oh no! She's like, but not only sandboards. There's been all sorts of boards. I mean, you've done this. What's this? Mountain boarding?
Yeah. That's so it's an off-road board basically, really big
skateboard.
It's like a big
off-road skateboard
death machine that doesn't stop ever. Horrible things.
That's dinner again at that spot we call.
Yes, so that's
beautiful. It's quite an amazing spot.
Bottom turn into the barrel. I mean,
absolute paradise.
She's like.
And that's a Balinese Christmas tree. You got to drink the beers before Christmas lunch.
I gather that was on your stoop out there. Excellent. All the boards. I checked my boards.
That's the boardroom after the revamped. After the guys got stuck in. Jeez, how long did that take? That was a couple of weeks of hard work. Get rid of all the old shit was stuff was probably the biggest part.
Tell us a little bit about the mountain board. Then Rob Church is asking there about the mountain board.
I think Rob was there. He remembers the scenario. So, yeah, I just got it. Didn't really know too much about it. So we went up to Settlers Park, just across across there.
Yes.
You know, the windy that goes into from the St. George's Park side.
Yes.
The guys used to ride skateboards there back in the day. So I
Okay.
started up at the top. I thought, no problem, you strapped in.
Yeah.
That was the problem, you strapped in.
Strapped in.
So I got down to the end of the car park at like terminal velocity, and then obviously there's the fence and the cliff, and I was going towards that at about 60 k's an hour. So I decided to eject, and I just dived off the board. No shirt on, shorts, no shoes. I
think I might have a picture of that. I think
just a bit of elbow on that toe as well. I don't think I've ever ridden that board since then.
Oh my soul!
Absolutely,
that's like a dangerous board. I remember rollerblades were like that too. You had to know how to stop.
Exactly the same.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. There's a bit of elbow.
That's the mountain board.
Funny enough, I get these kids coming in all the time, these little 10-year-old kids. Oh, that mountain board looks great. Oh, not really. How's a medical aid?
Dennis wasn't fed well. Look how thin his legs
Yes,
were.
so you get that.
Yes, he was scrawny.
Yes, they were the scrawny. Yeah, indeed.
It's muscles.
What's that, Merv?
That's a guy we dug up here, man. It's actually very interesting. A very, very interesting guy by the name of Spotty Watt.
Spotty Watt?
He told us a story. His surname's Watt. I can't remember for the life of me what his real name is.
Spotty came from? No, I don't know what his name is.
But he's that board's hanging up in Dennis's rafters there. You know, one of the boards, and I said to Dennis, man, this guy's an old East London shaper. It's probably one of the better shaped boards that lying in. You know,
beautiful craftsmanship.
Absolutely fantastic. And I said, man, I know Spotty from back in the day in East London. Yeah. And I've spotted him once. Excuse the pun.
Spotted him.
Spotted him once or twice in PE. He's around here somewhere, I'm sure.
Okay.
And anyhow, the one day we went to a surfing AGM at PE Golf Club, and I saw Spotty eating golf balls. So I went up to him and I said, man, I've been looking for you for a long time.
What's up, Spotty?
What's up, Spot?
Yeah, let's get him a photo.
We went and took him down there and we went and had a beer and chatted to him about how he started and where he came from. And this guy is an absolute legend. That was in the 70s. He went over to Hawaii. From East London, he worked for the Post and Telecommunications Postkantoor. Back in the day, and he was shaping these boards in his garage. But he went over there and he met a guy that took him in on the North Shore, a guy by the name of Randy Rarick. Now Randy Rarick runs the WSL and used to back in the day.
Legend guy.
He's a legend guy, and this guy Randy took Spotty in and he spent the winter in the North Shore. Like 6 or 7 months surfing and shaping under Randy.
Wow!
And then he went back to little old East London and carried on making boards in his garage. And the craftsmanship is unbelievable.
Beautiful.
Those pin lines like you can't believe by hand and so on. Anyhow, we dug him. He's staying up in Parsons Hill. And we went and had a few beers with him, and he told us his whole life story and what he did and how many boards he thinks he made.
It's incredible. I mean, North Shore.
North Shore. Just taught by Randy Rarick.
Incredible.
I mean, there was a documentary the other day on surfing, and Randy Rarick is still around. He must be late 70s. He's still very much involved in the whole surfing scene. So just to know somebody like that is quite amazing, and to have done that in the 70s under someone. I mean, the guy. So it shows you they're legends. They're lying in the woodwork in little old PE,
making great boards as well. I mean, the other shapers in PE, Greg Smith. Is Greg?
Greg's moved on to St. Francis. So he's living out there, sort of semi-retired. There's one or two youngsters starting up now,
but not many.
Not many. You know, it's not really a money-making sort of racket.
It's a labour of love.
It's a labour of love. So there's not much attraction for the youngsters really. It's hard work as well.
East
go to
London
varsity,
side,
get a degree.
Still? I mean, I know Simon Fish was up there doing some stuff.
Simon's pretty much retired, I think, look, his dad passed away a couple of years ago, and I think might have left him off fairly well off. And shaping's hard work. If you don't have to do it, I'm sure he still shapes a couple of boards for fun. But great shaper though.
Nice shoe.
That's not a shoe, that's a croc.
Croc. The croc. The croc attacks.
Croc, yeah.
Croc attacks.
We found this, one of the beaches there, you know, they got that pollution problem.
Yes, yes.
One of the beaches, we found tons of these.
Thousands of shoes.
Crocs and slip slops. They come
That's
down
the
with the
fall.
rivers, you know, they just float down and then wash
Jesus.
up on the beach.
Yeah.
We found
Thousands
a whole
and
pile
thousands
that
of
was
them.
That was a kid's one.
We're going to open a shoe shop right there on the beach. Just keep on the
They're
roof.
selling
Yeah.
Crocs. Oh my word. Oh, that looks like a trip.
Yeah, that's in the taxi. Off to go find waves, Bali side. Yeah, every morning you'd kind of look on the website, see where the best waves are. Get the driver to pick you up at like 6 o'clock or whatever. Jump in the van, off you go.
You guys are so photogenic.
Oh,
We are,
and some buggers, huh?
Let's have a look.
There's a couple of boys I met just staying close to Karamas, both Aussie guys, top guys. Really interesting characters. You meet some really diverse, interesting guys. So.
Aussie surfers. There's a nice. There's one of Bruce's boards that looks like
That's
shape.
That's a little Apex 20 there.
Okay, can't see who it was.
And then more just a couple of photos of different boards. There's Merv with
that's nice.
his little Apex Twin.
Nice Merv.
Nice colour.
Yes.
I think it's a Torkalosh there.
I've got my chocolate.
There's James Flood with his little twin pin.
Nice. The twins coming back again. I mean, that was like I remember seeing Sean Thompson did a talk, and he was on about the fact that in the 70s they used to ride the obviously single fin pintails.
Yeah.
And these pintail boards were the thing, and then all of a sudden these oaks started coming with twin fins, and they were surfing circles around them.
Yeah.
It's with a pintail. So obviously there is something in there. Obviously the shaping and the thing is a different story. Who's that?
Roy Vane, Andre Venter.
Roy Vane.
The next,
Vane,
if you go to
Philippe Vane.
the next photo,
yeah,
you'll see the commonly known as the Fentinator.
There he is.
Is that the Fentinator there?
He's smiling there, but in the last in the week, Clubhouse kicked in, and there's a bit of a story where he was
He's
on
got the
this
burgundy
board.
coloured rails as well.
I see the pink rail.
Andre was on
Fabulous.
this board and he took off at Clubhouse, but the sun was in his way.
Oh, right.
So he saw it was a closeout, and it was a pretty big wave. Andre likes a big wave.
He likes big waves.
And as he turned out, he didn't see the lighty paddling there. He went right over him. Slit his wetsuit open, and he ripped that fin box out.
That's a lovely board.
Yeah, when we asked the kid, look, it wasn't quite a kid, he was 18, 19.
Yeah.
Oh, shame.
We asked the kid, he's still got a scar on his back.
Oh,
We saw
shame.
that the pipe hit him. You know, are you okay? He said, yeah, no, you can't damage steel.
Oh, excellent. Oh, there's the hydrofoil.
Yeah,
Okay, so this is
the hydro, the death machine, like this. So it's surfing on cutlery.
Yes.
So yeah, lots of sharp edges. Super fun in small waves.
Just for the guys that don't know out there, this is a hydrofoil board. So you surf on it, but as soon as you get going, this thing lifts out the water, and then you're just riding basically.
It's just basically that
wing.
little wing at the bottom is in the water,
and everything else is above the water.
So you're kind of 4 foot out of the water, so you fall incredibly hard. It's like getting tackled by oyster runt.
So you put it in the water. What's that, grass? In it?
Yeah, it's grass here.
You're not getting on the grass.
So the foils, and has that become the new thing now? Are you shaping the foils as well?
I'm just doing the boards. We do the boards. The foils are super high tech. There's a guy in Jabo who makes he's got the Unifoil brand, really top foil.
So you just attach it. Get the board
so we'll do like a full carbon. The boards are very specialized as well. You know, it's quite weird shapes. You can see the kick up in the tail and weird rails and stuff. So yeah, it's a pretty new thing. I mean, the sport hasn't been around in this form for very long.
There's a blonde guy. Is a blonde head.
Is that a single fin, that one?
Yeah, that's it.
Twin fin in that.
We're working on the twin fin. That's coming.
Good work, eh?
There's a guy in St. Francis long blonde hair that surfs, that does an amazing job on that foil.
I think that's Dylan Witcherman, I think. Really good.
I've seen him out there.
Super good.
Absolutely amazing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't even paddle. He just
he just ride round and round and round.
There's something missing. It doesn't look real.
I know.
know, it looks so
Well,
strange.
when I saw it on. Well, there's a close up of the board.
Yeah, okay.
The first time I saw it, I knew I had to do that. I've done all this other stuff, sandboarding, skateboarding, all that type of thing. But this just looked so incredible,
amazing.
and
So
it
quick.
is. It feels like you're flying. It's the weirdest feeling ever.
But to get up there, all of a sudden you're lifted right out of the water.
Right out of the water, and you're going fast as well. You're going super fast. So you fall on.
That's another longboard.
Nice longboard, log, young lady holding it out of cobbles there.
Ah, lovely.
Little mini-mill.
Little mini-mill.
Another foil, one of the earlier foils.
Yes, nice design.
Yeah, just a foil on its own. So that's it's basically
Wings.
an aeroplane wing, you know.
Yes. Upside down aeroplane. But
there was a little bit of advertising for an event
Nice.
we did. Just add water. Remember that move with? That's Megan. Great event. We raised a little bit of cash for animal welfare.
Dennis is making some of the best logs. Logs are longboards. Longboards are logs. For those that don't know what we're talking about, but like anything longer than 8 foot. I'd say.
Technically 9 foot.
9 foot.
Haven't tried kite surfing yet, Philippa? My hands are pretty full at the moment. Young little girl with her board.
Mini-mill, that's lovely.
Little mini-mill. The Fanika kids with lots of cutlery underneath their boards there.
Looks like
big bread knives. You can see it. You do not want to fall on that thing.
These kids are really good.
You have to go out deep, eh? Because I mean, surely.
Funnily enough, not. You know, once it's out of the water, your draft's only about that deep, so you can actually surf in normal conditions.
But as soon as you go down again, or you fall off, then you.
you got to be. And then you knock one of those buggers out, and like the story is.
Then you're diving again for
you're
your fall.
diving again. So these two little kids are super hot up and comers in the area. Super good surfers, foilers, kiteboarding, windsurfing, or whatever you name it. They're really nice little kids as well.
There we go. There's a couple of boards, and I know the board you made for me when I started. I still love it. I've got it on a little mini-mill, and you did such a nice design.
We'll hang it up there on the wall one day.
That's the kid that got the stripe in his back from under
Alan Fryer.
What's his name?
That's the kid that got ridden over, actually.
That's the one that got the stripe in his back. Got stole.
Alan. I did a little bit of glassing time with Greg Smith. Learned a lot from him. Top craftsman, top shaper.
Okay. Chad,
tell us about your foil. Chad, we spoke about the diving just now. I think you must have been pouring yourself a drink.
You dived for 2 hours for that.
2 hours.
For that
foil. Got it.
He found it. No, see that there? That's lovely.
There's Chad there. Funny enough, doing the foot shake or something like that.
Yes.
Shake it all about.
Shake it all about.
This is Bruce's brother, Campbell.
Okay.
Also with his little apex as well.
All right.
Dwayne with a little interesting little twin fin.
There's
another Fanikuk.
All right.
Back to Dwayne. Another youngster with.
Is that a different design there as well?
These are all just sort of custom orders basically. So they're all different. Lee Van Fury. What's Lee's surname?
Essentially, is it? It is.
Is it?
Lee Van Fury.
Top surfer.
Tag him.
Great guy. Great guy.
There's John.
There we go. Car park frothing.
Lovely.
Frothing.
My first board I had was a titch pull. I think
okay.
And I still got it. It was lovely. Also pintail. But now that's what's that there?
You say yours was a titch ball.
Yeah.
I think there was a titch ball up on your wall there, wasn't there?
Okay.
Have you got a titch ball up there, haven't you?
He's a Cape Town shaper, isn't he?
No, I don't think so.
No, you haven't got a titch ball. Yeah, Cape Town.
Yeah, good shaper. Yeah. The little Boucher boy.
Oh yeah, Miles.
Yeah, Duncan. Great family. Funnily enough, that's Ruby Spowett. So that is Mark Spowett's daughter with him. Mark was one of the best Southern shapers in South Africa.
Wow, okay. Yeah, no, the Bouchers are always in the water as well. Great surfers. David, we sat on the beach drinking beers, watching Dennis dive Rockies for the
Yeah, while they were drinking beers.
The bastards. Look at that. It's a lady.
Monique Slubbert, Rian Slubbert's wife.
Lovely shades there. Beautiful.
You got to have a look at this one. This young guy called Kevin Olsen.
Yeah.
What a famous-ish kind of guy from East London, makes boards as well.
Okay.
So this is in the back of my combi coming back from East London. I think we were surfing in one of the contests up there. And funnily enough, 2 of us stayed in those conditions for about a week or a week and a half. We slept in there.
Oh my word!
It was rough.
I've done that with a band. I've done that. I know that story.
Yeah, you know the story. There's my butt.
Yes, Bobby.
Yes, Bobby. You see, made a couple of boards as well.
Okay.
Had a couple of his boards.
Yes.
So that's the combi there.
Upright.
Upright. It might as well have been upright because the wheel bearing seized about 2 in the morning just outside Mtwata. And it fell. Actually, when we stopped, the wheel fell off. It actually shed the axle. So we got towed back to Mtwata. Hell of a thing. A little photo of Wayne in the corner there. That was anything that floats. Way back when. Geez.
Wayne Walker.
Wayne Walker in the corner there.
Oh, my soul, yes.
Yeah, so my brother somewhere as well. I don't know who else is on there. Maybe my cousin.
Oh, lovely, man.
So, yeah, anything that floats.
Yes.
Some handsome, famous guy.
They got lots of hair.
Lots of hair. Good thing that stuff's gone. Jeez, look at it. So, story behind that board, the guy wanted a ding repair. I just started off, so we thought we'd respray the board and give him some custom artwork for free.
Did you spray your hair yellow there as well? Your hair looks a bit yellow there, you know what I mean?
Festus from there.
He said he was so knackered after diving his father came out looking like Uncle Festus from the Adams family. But Dennis, oh man, you know, it's lekker to get into a thing with surfing is like it's a whole bunch of people and it's an industry on its own. It supports itself, you know.
Yeah.
So and always full of friendly oaks. Well, you know, out in the water it just depends.
Different story.
You just got to know the rules, you know. It's all a line, isn't it? You got to sit in the line, Murph.
Well, depends who you are.
The lines kind of change, you get blurred
for some people. That comes
the rules sort of change a bit.
Yeah, but generally you got to wait for your turn.
That's the idea.
If you're starting, or you give away your waves like you do sometimes.
That's it.
Dennis is a gentleman in the surfer. He's a gentleman generally. But,
I'll tell you what, Merv's one of the more patient guys as well. You see him sitting there waiting for the right wave, and he always gets it.
I've seen Oaks get upset there as well. But, you know, it happens. But
you know, you're always going to have discrepancies over.
Discrepancies.
It's not like tennis, you know.
I know it's not. It's not quite as.
There's grey areas.
Yeah, there are grey areas.
They're normally shocks.
Well, I know that. I mean, I normally ask your most embarrassing moment, but that I'd say walking out the bar with a look on your face and your schlong hanging out is probably. I think we probably covered that. So I would say the most. I mean, look, shark attacks. I know you're talking about the guys in East London. You know, she's seen sharks out there.
Yeah, in East London I've seen a film.
You see them, man. You see them. I'll tell you, I saw a basking shark or whale shark one day. And the front fin was about that far out the water, and the tail fin was, I don't know, it's as tall as me, out the water. And the shark was probably, I don't know, how long are those sharks?
Oh, they're big,
Oh, yeah. And I saw that thing swimming towards me like that, and for a split second I didn't know what it was. I thought it was like a great white or something. It was like, it's just going to just swallow you.
Just open up and go. You got by the time it gets to that, you've got no chance anyway against the shark, I think. So, proudest moment and biggest disaster. I'll take one from each of you. Have you got a proudest moment?
Proudest moment, for me, it's every morning. Just getting up. I'm proud to be able to do what I do. That makes me proud that I can make a living doing it.
I'm with you. It's amazing that you can. You're making a living, Dennis, out of something that you really love, and it's an art.
Yeah, so I'm proud of that.
Yeah, for sure. And in an industry that there are not many new people coming in. You know.
No.
So it's an art form that's really you keeping that going, you know. People need it. You have to. Yourself, Murph?
Oh, I don't know.
Any proudest moment? Any best wave?
Yeah, there's not just life in general. You know.
The surfing gives you that, doesn't it?
Every day, you refine your state every time you get out there. It's fun.
Yeah, it teaches you about life and that as well.
It does.
You meet a whole new fraternity of people in the waves, you know. You get to know them. I've seen you. I've seen this guy get the most amazing barrel.
Well, I heard about
with
it.
an insane hat on.
I did. I got a hat.
This I got barreled at Miller's.
You know, my friend Greg, I just want to put online, Greg, I've got another O here that remembers my barrel at Miller's, because he said you can't have a barrel unless somebody's seen it. There were at least 7 O's that have seen it now, because you're the 7th guy.
I promise you I've seen it.
You're going to get an affidavit.
I'm going to get affidavits from all of them, because that was the best barrel ever. And it was, I came out of the pack. I was in the middle of the pack, and it was a slow starting, it was crumbly right-hander at Miller's, and Miller's was lekker. It was nice that day, and it just started to wall up and get bigger and bigger, and then it just took over. Woo! I found myself in the middle of a barrel for the first time in my life, and I was like, whoa! Kerry saw it as well. Kerry was out there too.
Kerry saw it. I definitely saw it. I'll never forget it.
So
it's actually one of the better barrels I've seen at Miller's.
You know,
you don't get many barrels there, but that's like a metaphor for life as well. That you know, you can just be having this day. You're sitting in the pack there. Next thing, bam! You get this amazing barrel, and that can happen in life as well. You can also wipe out and break your leg. But
yes, you can do that too.
I think Dennis's most embarrassing moment is we're going to go down to Uluwatu. We're going to surf Uluwatu's. And there's a couple of surf shops.
Whereabouts is that?
One right at the top, and as we walk into the surf shop, Dennis says, man, you know, he hasn't got any hair, the sun's vicious. He's got to get a hat. So they got a couple of hats there, but you know, when you're a bit confused with the currency, and he thought it was a $50 hat, it was a 500 rand hat. So he bought this hat, and once he'd paid for it, he realized, $500 $500, this is a cock up. But anyhow, I bought the hat now. But he paddles out, and the first wave he takes off on, he gets creamed on the fin. Comes up, hat gone. So that $500
that was not well spent.
About 20 minutes it was gone. Never seen again. I think there's got those little Indonesians running up and down the beach there picking
still looking for hats.
Right out and put it back in the shop.
Another one snipping the stitching there before you take it out.
One croc, one hat, one croc, one hat. Oh, that's classic, man. Guys, thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Thanks for having us, Gino. It's been awesome.
It's been two and a bit hours. Actually no, it's not quite 2 hours, but one of our longest shows.
Well, time flies and you're having fun.
It is. Thank you so much, guys, for coming on. You better keep your earphones in, because we've got the competition now. We do the competition. I'm going to play a song on the drums over there. That's why they've got to keep their headphones in, because otherwise you won't hear the track. You'll just hear me playing drums, and that's very, very loud. So I'm going to go to the drum cam. I need the name of the artist and the name of the song in the comments. Whoever gets that wins a case of Fitch and Leeds, and it gets sent to you no matter where you are, even if you're in England. Even if you're in England. All right, so you guys can...
are we singing in these microphones?
Right, you can keep the earphones in, I think. All right, so we're going to switch off the monitors on that thing. There we go. And ready for it. Okay. All right. Still in a good monitor. All right, thank you guys. Thanks, Dennis. Thanks, Mervyn, for coming in. Thank you to Spa for and thank you to Fitch and Leeds. Thank you to Fitch and Leeds. And of course, Amobia, our internet. Thank you guys for coming on. It's been fantastic having you. And we'll see you on, when is it? Tuesday. Tuesday, we'll see you again with amazing guests. Cheers. We got. Don't get tag with me. All right. See you on Tuesday. Don't miss out. Don't forget. Mervyn. Thanks, Mervyn. Thanks, Dennis. Woo, Mike Barwood, you are the winner. Mike Barwood, you are the winner. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Relax, sit down. Coming out of PE town. Drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver. Get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot.
Get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Have a Gino shot.